We're leaving our BLM site on the south side of Joshua Tree National Park today. We're gonna try and do something a little ill-advised. We're gonna head into the park and try and find out if there are any open sites at any of the campgrounds inside the park. We've never stayed in a national park before, so we wanna see what it's like. But this is the busy season for Joshua Tree, and there are a lot of RVers out on this BLM land. So we're kind of thinking it might be full in there, but we've tried calling to see if there are any open sites or if we could make any reservations, but we couldn't find any information.
I called the visitor center for Joshua Tree National Park, and they have a recording that I can go online to recreation.gov to make a reservation at Jumbo Rocks or Cottonwood or one of those that you can make reservations at. So I went online, everything said it was available, which doesn't make sense because we drove by and it looked full. So I then called recreation.gov and they said, oh no, you can't make reservations. You have to go in and just find a spot.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense to me because online it says you can make reservations in advance, so I don't know.
Yeah, so I guess we probably just looking at the wrong place to make reservations. We don't know where.
I don't know.
But yeah, we tried calling the visitor center and we couldn't get an actual person, so yeah, we're just heading in and we're gonna try and find a spot. This BLM site we've been staying on though has been great. Yes. It's beautiful here. The sites are spaced out enough from other RVers that, you know, you've got your privacy and it's been quiet too. People have been running their generators, but you can barely hear it. You just hear the low hum off in the distance. And yeah, it's been really nice here. So if anyone wants to stay on free BLM land instead of going into the national park, this is definitely a good option for you.
It has honestly been so warm staying on the south side of Joshua Tree National Park. It's the Colorado desert.
Yep, highs in the 80s, 90s, lows in the 50s.
Yeah, it's been really, really nice. Maybe a little too warm for our liking. And on the north side of Joshua Tree, the highs are in the low 70s and lows are in the high 30s. So it's going to be quite a bit cooler where we're going. Yeah, the elevation difference between here and Joshua Tree is really big. It's like 2,000 to 3,000 feet.
Yeah, it's a lot. From here into the park is just a straight climb for an hour.
Yeah.
It's just a constant grade upward. So at least we're going to get some some reprieve from the heat, but we're gonna be dealing with a little colder temperatures in the morning and at night, but I think I'm good with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
Yep, let's do it.
All right.
We got lucky and we found a spot that we could fit in, and it took a little driving around, but we found it. We're in Jumbo Rocks in site 117, and this place, it had a few open spots, but very few we could actually fit in. And this one was even a tight squeeze, which makes me that much happier that we got the size trailer that we did. If we got anything bigger, getting in here would have been very hard, and finding a spot we could fit in would be even harder.
Now this campground is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The BLM land we stayed at south of Joshua Tree was also really pretty, and we had signal there, so that was great, but it just doesn't come close to how magnificent and beautiful this is. The rocks are huge. It's so pretty. Now that we're here, we're really excited to go explore the area, so we're gonna go pay for our site and then go explore, I think, Skull Rock and Arch Rock.
So we're having some fun now. When we were trying to reserve our site or pay for our site, it turns out that today is the last day that Jumbo Rock's campground is first come, first serve. It used to be you couldn't make reservations for Jumbo Rock, but now you can. Today's the last day for first come, first serve. Tomorrow, it starts where you can make reservations. And there was a paper sign right by where you drop your envelope with the money in it to pay for the site. It essentially says don't pay for after today because the money's not refundable and someone could reserve the site online or by calling and take the site out from under you and you'd have to move. So we had to drive until we got signal, and Jenny's on the phone right now with the number that you have to call to make a reservation. So I'm hoping everything's going smoothly and we'll be able to get the reservation we need. We want to reserve 5 days here on a Wednesday, and we want to reserve and leave Monday. All right, what's the situation?
Our site's reserved for Friday and Saturday by somebody else.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It's
And so we have it for tonight and tomorrow night, right?
Yep.
But after that,
We gotta leave by noon after that. Noon on Friday. And there are only 5 sites left in the entire campground that are open on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I guess we gotta go check those out. We'll see if they're even big enough for us to get into.
yep. Go figure, the day we come here is the day before they're switching their systems over.
I don't know why when I called them yesterday, I called recreation.gov. I called them yesterday and told them that I wanted to reserve, and she said, you can't. You can reserve once you get there. And that's all she told me, nothing else. I got a different lady today, though. Oh, I have a headache.
Yeah, well, let's go try and find our future site and get a reservation.
Yeah.
So we drove back to Jumbo Rock Campground, looked at the sites that weren't reserved, that we were told by reservations.gov, and we found one that we could still fit in. So we rushed back to this spot on the side of the road that we know we have calling signal, and Jenny's on the phone with them right now, and hopefully we're getting the reservation and we can stay here and we didn't drive all this way for nothing. All right, now what's the scoop? I feel like we've been here before. What's going on?
We've been in this exact same spot before.
I know. All right, so what has happened now? Fill us in.
Fill us in. Let me fill you in. We have reserved site 103. We drove past it. There's a big Class A in it, so we know we can fit in it. And we have it reserved for the 9th, 10th, and 11th, and then we'll leave on the 12th. How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
We have a reservation number and everything, and I'll get a confirmation email shortly.
I just hope the person that's in that site right now knows that they can't be there.
I don't know. I will feel very bad for them if they've already paid for it, even though it strictly says don't pay for anything after the 8th, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully it goes well when the day comes. Yeah. But we have a site.
We do.
But we have to move. We only get to stay on our site for 2 days, and then we have to move.
We have to move. Check out time is noon. Check in time is noon. So at least we don't have to like go somewhere for 2 hours.
Yeah, so we're in our site for 2 days, then we have to leave, and then move directly to the other site and there for 3 days, right?
Yes.
Yay! All right, let's go explore.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Skull Rock and the surrounding rocks. Exploring those has just been awesome. We've been here for like an hour. It's really cool. There are all kinds of weird rock formations with holes in them. Some of them look like Swiss cheese. It's really cool. David and I sure felt like little kids running around and bouncing on top of the rocks and just finding new paths. It was really cool. I highly, highly recommend at least coming to see Skull Rock, even if you don't explore, because it's still really cool.
Today has been a little frustrating, moving, thinking we found a site, and then turns out someone has a reservation already for it for Friday. And with the campsite we were in, switching their, reservation policy from walk-in only to, first come, first serve to reservation only. The day after we show up was kind of frustrating, but coming here, seeing just this beautiful landscape, getting to climb on all these awesome rocks, just made it all worth it. It made the site fees worth it. It made, the fee to get in here worth it. And we're gonna have a lot of fun here still. Our last hike was fun, today was fun, and our fun in Joshua Tree isn't over yet though. Before coming to Joshua Tree National Park, we never knew that terrain like this even existed, let alone Joshua trees. I've never heard of those before, and so I've never even seen them or knew what they looked like. And this is some pretty awesome terrain and some really cool rock formations. And to be completely honest, I didn't even know that Joshua Tree National Park existed before coming out to the Arizona, California area. And that's one of the main reasons that we are doing what we're doing, full-time RVing, because both of us have not done enough traveling and we haven't seen nearly enough of this country.
But we're gonna go ahead and call it a night now, and we look forward to many more adventures here at Joshua Tree National Park. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up.
And if you want more videos from us, go ahead and subscribe. And if you want more details on what we did today, go ahead and check out the link to the blog post in the description below. Catch you guys later.